Welcome to 365 Days of Richard Living, daily morning reading, meditation, and prayer time. I am Reverend Rafe Ellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader at Columbia Center for Spiritual Living in Columbia, Maryland. Today is October 30th. The light of the world is the light of my life. And our reference quote this morning comes from the book of John, chapter 1, verse 9. That was the true light, which lighteth every person that cometh into the world. And so our reading begins. Darkness is always the symbol of ignorance, while light is the symbol of wisdom and truth. Darkness is always temporary, while truth is eternal. Our problems, which are our individual darkness, never long endure. At the most, a problem could only endure 90 to 100 years for any of us. But it need not last for even a day if we can turn to the light of truth and find our peace. Within each of us, there is something that is saying, I am the light of the world. If ye will follow me, ye shall have eternal light. This paraphrase of one of Jesus' great statements is true for all who try it. It assures us that if we will make the effort to look for the good in any situation, we shall find it, and having found it, it will increase, and the evil therein will decrease. Right where we are, God is. In the midst of our problem is the mind and the idea that will solve the problem. We must know this and act upon this premise. I walk in the light of truth. There is no darkness on my pathway, for my God is within me, and my God indwells me. I am the light of my own world, and I let my light shine. I radiate divine love to all I meet this day. I speak with the loving word to all I greet this day. I know that from a center within me there flows out through me a light of healing. All my affairs are now illumined with infinite intelligence. I am wise with the wisdom of spirit. The light of God fills my consciousness, and I know everything that I need to know instantly. My pathway is radiant with good, and I am divinely guided in all my ways. My world is alive with God. My body is filled with the light of life. So let's take that to our time of meditation and contemplation. So in this place of stillness, where I recognize the infinite, I close my eyes so that I am not fooled by the world of appearance, the physical realm. And out of reverence for that source, that substance, that power, that presence within that is equally without. It fills me, it surrounds me, it is me. In this silence, there is peace. In the silence, I find myself, my divine self, the self that is beyond words, that is beyond definition, a self that is immeasurable, unnameable, unchangeable, a self that is the very cause, the source, the substance, the activity of creation itself, expressing itself, individualized in the form of my life, of my body, of all of the functions. This same one is expressing itself in exquisite diversity. The very image and likeness of God is diversity. Everywhere I look, everything is one of a kind, individualized, and yet never separate from its creation, from its creator, from everything else that is created. We live in this unified whole. This nameless one is beyond anything that can be contained in a name. And recognizing that names are labels of understanding, I recognize that this infinite, ever-present, eternal beingness, this absolute reality, this changeless substance that is constantly changing, can never be defined. And so we refer to it by many, many names, seeking to express our individualized understanding of it. And in this moment, I choose to recognize it as love, as life. And as I recognize it, I recognize myself. As I find the infinite, I find the finite within it. And as I find the finite within, I find the infinite within the finite. And I realize that all of life, quite literally, is made out of this divine love, this perfect peace, this creative everything. And so every expression of this one divine source and substance must contain it. And so its creative authority is born into its creation. And I see it everywhere I look. Creation moving itself forward, evolving, expanding into greater and greater expressions of itself. In this moment, I am remembering that there is one life, that life is the life of all, that there is one mind, and it is the mind of all. There is one breath, the breath of all. One heartbeat that beats the hearts of all. And so I speak my word this morning, recognizing grace. Grace that loves even when we act out of alignment with the truth of our being. Grace that simply receives the impress of thought and acts upon it to make it so. Offering no guilt, no shame, no blame. But rather allowing each of us to experience the effect of every cause we set in motion. And I recognize in this moment, I claim and affirm that in this truth of one, there is no other to point a finger at. So anything I notice to be out of principle, I become that principle. I align my interior being with infinite mind so that I become a portal of expressing that embodied principle, that embodied healing. No longer ignoring, never ignoring whatever words. I recognize behavior. And I allow myself to tap into the wisdom of infinite mind, infinite heart, infinite intelligence that informs me as a portal of infinite expression exactly the energy that is healing in each situation. And I say yes, knowing that the infinite is expressing in, through, and as. So I allow it to have its way. I clear away all of my agendas. I allow all of the noise of the fear of this human process to be healed by the renewing of my mind. I stand in the authority and the agency of divinity itself, to stand in the storm and be the calm that my heart desires. claim and affirm the truth of my being that nothing, no thing can harm the essence of me, the truth of me. That inner sanctuary, that essence of my being, the God within, the self within, has never been harmed, has never been truly threatened, because it cannot be harmed. And so any idea that my brain arises that imagines my soul to be threatened is easily recognized as false information. So I meet that thought with love, with empathy, with compassion, with openness, with tenderness. I allow it to inform me of any unhealedness within my individualized self. And then extrapolate that healing practice, that healing energy to the whole, knowing that the whole body is healing. The whole body is healing. One breath, one thought, one expression of love, one shift in perspective, one awakening at a time. Love is having its way. Everything unlike love is coming to the awareness. More than the awareness of humanity, it is coming into our awareness through humanity, so that the divine self can participate in healing by bringing into alignment. And I am grateful. I am grateful for every messy moment of life's unfolding. I am grateful to be present for such a time as this. I am grateful to know that within me, around me, every tool that is necessary is fully present in, through, and as creation, to heal creation. And so I release every idea that tells me to meet the energy of what I dislike with greater energy of dislike. I let go of comparison. I let go of us versus them. I let go of division. I let go of divisiveness. I let go of a need for anyone to approve. And I stand firm in spiritual truth. I let go of the very idea that there's a side to take. I recognize that one has no sides. I allow love to guide every breath I take, to guide every exhalation, every inhalation. I pause to be mindful in my responses, knowing that I am either healing or hurting, and that I choose healing. I let go of all fear. I let go of all apprehension, of all anxiety. I let go. I celebrate life being life, God being God, because I know deep within all is truly well. It can be no other way. So I let go. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amin. Amen. And so it is. Namaste.